All right, last one for you. Very simple. If the flag is not thrown on James Bradberry at the end of the Super Bowl,
they win.
And the Chiefs kick a field goal, they're up 38-35. The Eagles get the ball back with about 150 left. Do they go down and win the Super Bowl?
So I think they tied the game.
Yeah.
I think they go down, kick a field goal, and tie the game. Now, I should know this off the top of my head. Last year was the first year of the coin toss of the new overtime rules, right? It wasn't 2 years ago because it was a reaction to the Bills Chiefs. So then I think whoever wins the coin toss in overtime wins the game. You get the ball first, they go down and score a touchdown. But I think that the Eagles at that point, the Eagles weren't lights out on offense in the second half of that game. They punted twice, they kicked a field goal, they scored a touchdown on that preceding drive. But I think there would have been a minute and a half to go. They would have had one timeout or two timeouts.
Two
timeouts.
I feel it very much in my bones.
You think they score a touchdown? You think they go length?
I think that day, if you put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands that day with that much time left and 2 timeouts, I think they win that game. I'm sorry.
I completely.
That's my.
Yeah, maybe we will never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah. So their drive chart.
I absolutely believe that they will go down to win the Super Bowl.
So here you go. So just their drive chart in the second half was
field goal, punt, touchdown.
Yeah, field goal, punt, touchdown.
Possessions.
Yeah, the problem was their defense couldn't get off the field, so the offense.
Yeah.
Just
Don't tell that to Zach.
Yeah.
Don't tell that to Zach. The genius was on the headset that day.
Right.
All right. You know what? I've in my post game notes, not of this, but of my shows, I've learned that I don't have to dignify everything with a response. So I am not going to have to dignify that with a response. But I think that I think they would have scored a field goal at least. They would have got at least overtime. Now the Chiefs would have been 4th and 8 at the 15 if there's no defensive holding there. So there's no way Andy's kicking the field goal. There's no way he's going for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that at that point, then you got a $1.40. Yeah, you're right. You have a minute 46, 2 timeout.
I think
no, they would have had 1 timeout. They would have one timeout because they used their 3rd timeout on the 1st and 10 play. So they would have had a minute 48 to go, 1 timeout.
Yeah, I think they score for sure. Yeah, I'm just making things up.
I
think what's more interesting.
The only variable to me is if they score and there's time left. Does Mahomes find a way to win it with 20 seconds left?
That's true. The one I've always thought about is if, let's say, the Chiefs score a touchdown. Let's say Bradberry doesn't hold and it becomes a touchdown and they get the ball back.
Yeah.
Do they then go down for a touchdown? And if they score, do they go for 2 to win? And that's the whole thing. And I kind of think that they do go for it.
I was thinking that at the time. I remember thinking, now I forgot about that, but I remember thinking that watching the game is, geez, if they just let them score, go back. Your offense is the strength.
And I remember asking Nick that at the combine. Would you have gone for 2 if he? And he's giving a smile like, we'll never know. But I think he would have.
Now I do think that had there not been a penalty there, and the Chiefs win the game, there's more heat on Nick's decision to punt the ball.
Had there not been a penalty, and what do you mean?
Had the Chiefs? So if the blame for losing was not on the flag, okay, and you go back, I think there's more.
You start analyzing.
You start analyzing. You say
the 4th and 2 punt.
The 4th and 2 punt,
which he, I give a lot of heat on, but I don't think that. The defense is the thing.
Well, that's
you
true.
think?
No, defense is the thing now, anyways. Yeah, but I'm saying, if there's no penalty, they kick a field goal, and then the Eagles don't go down and score.
Oh, and then they don't go. I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
If they get the ball and then
they don't score. Then I think
I feel like if that's the case, it gets narrowed into that final possession. Happened?
Sure.
Why didn't they get a field goal?
That's a good point. That's a good one. Okay. But certainly, Gannon's the scapegoat no matter what, right?
We all silly like the mayor.